Let me talk about John and James. David loved Jonathan. John the Baptist was the son of David, soul of David's cousin. John is a special name. James and John, which on the right, which on the left? Peter is the rock. James and John are there. John is from like Elijah, the spirit of Elijah reborn as John. But the amazing thing is Elijah never died. He was carried off, they said in the story, in a chariot of fire, as if he never died. Yet as John, the spirit of Elijah or Elias, is born, and saying, be born again, for I am not a head above the rest. Even my head is under the water. Be born again. We are not above the water. We are fish. We breathe. All is air. Water is made of air. We have nothing to make water out of but the heirs. And who are the heirs of the kingdom? Anyways, who lingers? James. He dies. John tarries. Wow. Well, like Elijah, John tarries. There is something about the name John. It's very special and connected with David. James. I want to talk a moment about James. I know that some of you do not believe this, and that is fine. The church has had the Gospel of Thomas for quite a while. In the Nag Hammadi scrolls that have been found recently, they were there too. I read it. I love it as well. The Gospel of Thomas is just like they found in the Nag Hammadi scrolls that were buried in the caves because the early church did not want them there. And they had a copy of it themselves, of course. But I will tell you a secret. It's not really a secret. It's just they don't talk about it. In there, he said, the world is born for James's sake. And James must die. And John says, be born again. Do you see something there about being born again and dying? Jesus said, the world, and James is just, the world came into being for James's sake. He also said, break a stick, you will see me. Lift up a rock, for I am there. I know you find it really hard to believe sometimes that the present, the gift of life, is for everybody. It is omnipresent as well. You are connected with all things. That is called the Spirit. You are not far from it. The Spirit is your constant companion. Oh yes. The Spirit doesn't say to you, I can. A spirit might. Yes, there are many spirits. But the Holy Spirit is always there. Anyways, something to think about. This is not meat. People want to say, I've heard it in the church many times, milk before meat. Jesus said, be like a little child. Children drink milk. I love milk. Milk is a whole food. Did you know that if you just eat meat, you might as well be on the Atkins diet? You're going to go into ketosis. It is a form of, I'm starving, and my body is eating itself because I have no carbohydrates. There's no calcium for my bones. Carbs burn and give us energy. Calcium for the bones. Did you know about the whey? W-A-Y, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Well, there is whey, W-H-E-Y, in dairy. And I'll tell you about the whey. Sometimes people do this with the whey. The way, the truth, and the life. And I see a metaphor there. I used to take whey protein when I worked out. Believe it or not, I used to work out. And the whey was made, whey protein, is the dross that they throw away for many years. Curds and whey. Eat your curds and whey. It is the dross from making the cheese. We just throw that away. It is chock full of protein. They throw away some of the best parts of the milk. And they love the cream. Everyone loves the cream. We can make cheese out of it. The cream floats to the top. Now it is a fat molecule. And all of this is a metaphor. So please listen. Life speaks in metaphors. Fat is like the cream. It floats to the top. A fat calorie has 9 grams in it. Protein, 4 grams. Carbohydrates, 4 grams. But something with 9 grams, that is more than either a carbohydrate or a protein, floats to the top. And everybody loves it. It's light like the clouds, and they don't want to rain, for all the water of the milk is down below. They float to the top and are all white and don't want to fall. And they congest your arteries. I hope there's not a congestion going on. They congest your arteries, give you a heart attack. They block your blood from turning from blue to red. It's quite a symbol. Milk before meat. I will stick with the milk. And if you think I have been giving you meat, we choke on meat. Jesus said, be like a little child. The milk. That is one. That is one. I am that I am. Hello, I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. That is one. I only see one. Me. We are one. Me says all that is. Who do you see? Let us talk about sound. I told you again. What does sound like? We've got one there. That's a tone. That's a one. That's a tone. A tone. A-T-O-N-E. At one. It is at one with what? Well, now let's look at that word again. A, which means not. It is a prefix that means not. Look at the words we say. It comes through the words as well, you know. A means not. Tone. It is not a tone. Yet we hear it. Do you hear everything here? Some people do. But here is the still, and I don't like using that word still, but I'll use it. It still is. It kind of still is. Some things steal it away, I guess, with their... We don't turn into steel. We go from iron to gold. The refiner's fire. But still, the still small voice is still there. Let me show you an example of how I see the still small voice. Picture a piano. My parents used to have a baby grand. It was black. And if you don't play it, the piano is sound. But nobody has struck a note, yet it can. It is the sound you do not hear, by which all sounds are. Without it, you could not make a sound. And on the piano are many tones. One more time. Now I notice this. I don't know which tone is actually the most holy. That is like degrees on a piano, and everyone is a key. Yet I don't know which one is more holy. A piano player would laugh and say, I don't know, I cannot pick out the holiest note. But I do like chords. Things that are bound together. Chords are fine, but yet no note is bound really, and all are sound. The sound of silence is a sound. People forget that. What does silence sound like? That which you do not hear in order to hear what you do. Listen between the words. That is sound. It is the foundation of every sound, for it is a sound and firm foundation. And I will tell you, the foundation is firm. But no moon, stars, or sun in the firmament is not going